the Executive Director of Westend Seniors Activity Center. So today I'm gonna do a presentation. I guess when you look at the title, I would say it's a little bit aggressive. It's kind of like a knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing. Probably people are gonna ask me why I come up with this topic. And then because I've been working in this field for the past 8 years, I've been doing gerontology research for the past since 2002. And I mean, it's been a long time. I've been seeing a lot of things that I just, how can I put it? When I was hired by my organization always, the HR person commented me about one thing. She said, I would like to do things in Chinese speed. So I have to say, like a lot of time I found that here the changes are a little bit slow and people are a little bit more conservative. So that's why I want to just share with you some of my thoughts and opinion. Before I get to my presentation, sorry, I just have to take off my jacket because this conference promotes paperless. So I do have my note on my arm here. So in case I forget in case I forget my stuff, I could go and click on it. Well, technology always. Okay, good to go. All right. So before I start my presentation, I would like to just listen to an audio and learn about the story of Mary. And this person is one of those people you know in your life. In the workplace, it might be the people you serve, it might be your coworker, but they are in your community. Please.
Hi, my name is Mary. My husband and I married in 1967 and bought our first house in 1969. We were one of the first families to move into the neighborhood. We raised our 3 children in the neighborhood. I was a stay-at-home mom and my husband worked for the city. I did things like help with the kids at school. I also was a Girl Guide leader. My husband Terry coached our son's hockey team when they were first learning to play. It was a lot of fun because my friends and I from the neighborhood were so busy. We even started the Mom and Tots program in our community and served on our community league as volunteers for many years. As our kids got older and as sports and activities were no longer in the community league, my friends and I slowly got away from volunteering. The kids grew up and moved out on their own. Friends moved away, and my network seemed to get smaller over time. Terry and I stayed in our community, and we continued to help as we could, but regular community activity just didn't seem to happen like they used to.
Well, so Mary is one of those seniors who are living in the community. And we know that they're facing a lot of challenges. And these challenges are gonna get worse when Canada continues to age. And we already have a lot of stats, and yesterday, for example, my professor, not kidding, also shared with you a lot of stats regarding different kind of the number of caregivers, the number of seniors who are getting older. So I'm just gonna share with you a few quick slides. This is the picture I really like, I really enjoy, I always use it in my presentation. Well, that's good. So every time I do hear people laugh, so that means I'm gonna use it for the next presentation. Well, in 2016, Statistics Canada already predicted that by the year of 2021, we're gonna have more older adults than younger children. However, they missed the mark completely by 5 years. So in 2016, we'll already have more kids. more seniors than older adults. And then that's the data you guys probably heard yesterday. And Alberta is aging, and Edmonton is aging, although we're still one of the youngest main cities in Canada. In fact, I think we ranked as third. Calgary is the second youngest city across Canada. But even like that, we still have 130,000 seniors who are over the age of 65. Well, I mean, like it's hard to sometimes define seniors, and we could argue about that. And we have a lot of resources. This is all we know. We have a lot of resources helping seniors. This is not a complete list. As you can see, I put government, I put school, I put healthcare, like businesses and non-for-profit. We have a lot of resources supporting seniors. And seems like we're doing a pretty good job there. And I just want you to pay a little bit of attention about this seniors icon. I mean, I'll get back to that later. Well, so for the next slide, you will see the non-for-profit organizations are located right in the middle. Why? Because I always tell people one thing, like I'm coming from a different country, and in my country we don't have a lot of NGOs or non-for-profit organizations. But when I came here, I started working in a non-for-profit organization. I volunteered for a lot of non-for-profit organizations. I really know the value of non-for-profit organization. I love them, and then ever since I became working for my center, I all of a sudden realized, I said, you know what, non-for-profit organizations are uniquely positioned in a perfect position working with everyone, every sector. It's not like other sector. Non-for-profit sector, it's a very unique sector. So we're working, like I showed you, we have so many resources and resources helping seniors. So everything is wonderful. We're working so hard. Quite honestly, sometimes you hear non-for-profit will say, well, we have no time. We're working so hard, right? Everything is great. It's not a game, okay? Just, you don't need to fill out the blank there. Well, technology, okay. So seniors are actually telling a different story. When we think we're doing a good job, but seniors are telling us a different story. The National Seniors Council's report outlines 7 major issues affecting seniors. They shouldn't be any surprise to all of us because we're all serving seniors. But let's just look at the first one. Lack of awareness of or access to community services and programs. What does that tell you? I can give you an example. In Edmonton, we've got 16 senior centers. And my best guesstimate for the number of seniors that we could serve is probably between 20,000 to 30,000 seniors that we're serving. But then I just told you the stats about Edmonton, and Edmonton has 130,000. So the question is there, are we meeting the needs? So, are we sure about what we know? And with so many resources and services for seniors, we all feel like, again, we're working so hard for them, but are we sure about how we're doing things? So next I'm going to talk about 3 terms that non-for-profit organizations know but do not do: partnership, engagement, and sustainability. So how do you define partnership? We're always, like when you talk about non-for-profit organizations, we're always talking about, yeah, we're networking, we're partnering, we have so many partners. But this is the time we've got to be very honest about ourselves. Do we really know how to form win-win partnerships? The key word is win-win partnerships. My experience tells me there are 3 reasons and excuses why non-for-profit organizations are not forming win-win partnerships. The superficial reasons is, well, I might offend certain people, but that's why I'm here for. So when funding is available, people felt like they need to be a partner to get a piece of the pie. That's the superficial reasons. So the deeper reason is that many non-for-profit organizations just talk about partnership, but no actions are taken. So the common excuses are, we're at our capacity, we have limited funding. But the truth is, I think most of the people are going to agree with me that we're always talking about that, right? Almost every single nonprofit is facing that challenge. What non-for-profit organization, especially their leadership, I'm talking about CEOs, EDs, and the board, want to deny is that they indeed are afraid of change. Their fear of change. They don't like competition. The common mindset when you're talking about partnership with them, a lot of time they say, do you want to take over us? Do you? Or they will say, well, we've never done it before. That's not the way we do things. And that's why I said, like, we're gonna change the way of our thinking and change the way how we do things. And that, to me, is one of the biggest reasons. And the next term is engagement. So I'm gonna just read a text that I highlight. So if you engage with something or with a group of people, you get involved with that thing or group and feel that you're connected with it, or have real contact with it. Does that sound familiar to a lot of us? You may not have all the tools, but I can guarantee you at least you're using majority of them. So non-for-profit organizations have all the tools to engage seniors and our partners, but why they're not really working? Why? We don't know, right? The common mistake that non-for-profit organizations usually make when they engage seniors is that actually our messaging are very negative. When I was working on this slide, I tried to find an icon that is very positive to describe seniors. But when I Googled it, basically every term I enter, like seniors icon, seniors symbol, seniors picture, or whatever, it's all negative. It's either people with a cane, people with disability. Just like we don't even know we're actually reinforcing that kind of stereotype. And you remember a few slides before I asked you to pay attention to that seniors icon. We'll see that at the end of this presentation. Then you will know why I picked that one, because that one is kind of like a rock and roll type of seniors, and I think that's probably the only thing I can find that's positive. So sometimes we're not even aware that we're reinforcing, as non-for-profit organization, we're reinforcing the stereotype. So those are the 2 examples from the commercials we did through our Pegasus project. My project is a marketing campaign to raise the awareness about senior-centered and senior-serving organizations. So you see the left-hand side, the reason why I put is negative there. You look at it, it's really hard to read. The background is dark, and the font is in white. It's really hard for seniors to read. And there's another thing you may not realize, the problem is the banner. The banner is black and white. In my culture, you see that kind of thing only at a funeral. So imagine if you're showing that one to the multicultural seniors, what kind of response you're gonna get. You might offend them. And that's why we changed that to a very positive image. You see people playing pickleball, people are very diverse and happy, and the color and the font, everything is easy to see. And the next one is even more interesting, is because when we're working with Eldercare Edmonton, they're our partnering organization. We're doing a commercial together. And at first, when I get the first draft, I look at it as, are you kidding me? They thought elder care is a place just to receive needles and IVs. But the fact is, elder care actually is providing therapeutic recreation program for people with early onset of dementia. So you can imagine what kind of stereotype people have. So I'm gonna talk about also when I just finished talking about when we engage with seniors. Those are one of the reasons why we're not really engaging seniors is because our messaging is very negative. But when we're engaging with our multi-sectoral partners, non-for-profit organizations tend to forget the partnership has to be win-win. The engagement has to be win-win. So for example, when engaging with non-for-profit sector, like I mentioned before, many non-for-profit organizations still have that taking over mentality, and they're afraid of competition. And when we engage with for-profit sector always just say, well, can you give me some money and then I'm gonna put your logo on my poster. And they believe that is the win-win. But really, is that the win-win? And I mean, you're gonna exhaust your resource because the businesses are gonna see, yeah, every time I'm just putting up my logo and I've got no conversion. There's nobody come to my place, my business, to purchase my product or services. So why the heck I keep supporting you, right? So when we're engaging them, we're always asking for money. And when we're engaging with the public sector, like the university, the government, like Alberta Health Services, we're always asking for solution. We don't want to be part of the solution. Or we just say, well, can you give me funding? Can you give me money? That's all, right? There's no engagement there, in my opinion. And this is the third item, term that I would like to talk about is the sustainability. And when non-for-profit organizations are talking about partnership or engagement, we seldomly talk about sustainability. But you know what? Sustainability, right now you could probably see from the grant application, that's one of the requirements. But even that's the requirement, we still don't know how to do sustainability. We just don't. We always this is what we do. When the funding ends, the program stops. When the funding ends, the partnership ends. So the common excuse again, well, we don't have funding, we don't have resources. We don't talk about sustainability. And one thing I heard from a Covenant Health retreat, there was a lady who was the presenter, and she said, Canada, it's always known to do a lot of pilot projects. And pilot projects become our excuse for not being sustainable. So, I guess my message here is knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing. So how are we going to change this? How are we going to become organizations that are knowing and doing? Knowing and doing. We, especially the leaders of non-for-profit organizations, need to embrace an entrepreneur. This word, to be honest, I try to practice pronouncing this one. It's as hard as actually doing it. Okay? So I'm shortening it to entrepreneur, right? So entrepreneur mindset. So what is entrepreneur mindset? First, we gotta remember, non-for-profit doesn't mean no profit. That a lot of times people say, well, you guys are not supposed to make money. So if you have more money, you better return to the government. I said, really? No. I'm gonna invest it. Look at this picture. Well, hopefully I'm not offending ladies here. But a lot of non-for-profit organizations are just like women who love shopping. They go to the shopping mall, they spend the money. That's all, and the money is gone. They use it. But for the leaders and organizations with entrepreneur mindset, what they do is they embrace the return on investment mindset to lead their organization. However, this is not easy because they need to mentor and teach their staff. But the non-for-profit organization staff are known for not being exposed to this kind of mindset. It's too much for them. They just say, well, I'm only getting very minimum salary. Why the heck I care about that? I'm just collecting a paycheck here, try to get my work done. I'm easy, right? But leaders with entrepreneurial mindset, they're thinking about how can I, with this money, how can I invest it to improve and increase my capacity and resources? How, right? They always have that mindset. Again, it's challenging because they need to lead by example, they need to mentor their team to make it happen. So next, I'm actually going to demonstrate how leaders with entrepreneurial mindset really create a true win-win partnership. Well, because my background is recreation and physical education, so I guess like last night I was thinking, what should I wear today? At first I was actually wanting to wear my gym workout gear. Then I said, well, no, I should be more respectful to this conference. So next, I'm gonna do an exercise. It's called squat exercise. And I'm gonna invite my board member, Donna to come to the stage and help me with that. And I will demonstrate that, how to form a win-win partnership. I don't know if you know how to do a proper full body squat. I'm not going to explain the detail, but I'm just going to demonstrate one. If you feel like I'm not doing it properly, don't crap me at the moment, tell me later. Okay, but I'm going to do 2 squats just on both sides, okay? Make sure I don't tear my pants. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do another one on this side. All right, Donna, do you know how to do one? Really? You don't know? Well, if I give you a chair, do you think you can do one? You can try? Can you try one? Just to do the squat? Yeah? Okay, good. Okay. Good. Move forward a little bit. So how about I hold your hands? Would that make you feel safer? Okay, so if I hold your hands, let's do a squat together. Okay? No, you could sit on the chair, no problem. Okay, just lean back and sit on the chair, that's fine when you go down. Okay? Okay. How do you feel? Do you feel comfortable when I'm holding you? You're fine, right? So, are you ready for the next challenge if I remove the chair? Sure. I'm gonna remove my chair too. Well, you go this side so that you don't fall and I don't have to claim a WCB. Okay. Feet shoulder apart. Feet. Yeah. 1, 2, both sides. The toes point both sides. Okay. And let's do a squat together. I'm holding your hand. Okay. Don't be afraid. I'm holding you. You're not gonna fall. I'm strong. Okay. All right, let's go. 1, okay, go down. Yeah, go. Perfect. Whoa, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Perfect. Well, in my exercise. It's not because I'm nervous that I want to do exercise to kill my anxiety. In fact, actually, I'm more excited when I'm presenting. So that's not the point. So really, the exercise demonstrates a few things. Just like working out, creating win-win partnership takes time and effort. It's hard work. People just talk. Like I mentioned, people just talk and not doing anything, and then they say, well, it's hard to create a partnership. But they never thought about why it's hard, why there's no win-win partnership there, because it takes time. And it requires leaders to maintain open mindset, maintain ongoing open communication. They need to identify different resources and capacity of different organizations and find the best fit. And they also need to always support each other to achieve win-win outcome. I can guarantee you, if I'm supporting Donna May to do this kind of exercise for the next month, I can guarantee you she could do it by herself without me supporting or without a chair. That's what partners do. And you know what, at the same time, I'm gonna gain a physical benefit as well because we're doing exercise together. We're motivating each other. Well, next, I'm actually going to use my organization's community connector programs to demonstrate how my organization have embraced entrepreneur mindset to engage seniors, partners, and achieve sustainability. I got to read this paragraph here. It's my community connector program. So my center, Westend Seniors Activity Center, continuously engage senior-serving businesses and nonprofit organizations in promoting senior centers programs and services to their particular clientele. In return, our center promotes those organization services through presentations, workshops, our annual symposium, sponsorship, and special event. For our business community connectors, my center even hosts free monthly business mixer-style training session for them to connect and share learnings and lessons. Because of what we do and the relationship that we have built, our partners consider our center as a neutral, sincere, and reliable partner, are willing to continue supporting my organization. I'd like to just remind you that the true indicator of success for any project or program is its sustainability. So my Community Connector program right now is able to generate revenue to fund all my multimedia marketing expenditure. In our first year, 2018, when we launched the program, 38 partners in the public, private, and non-for-profit sectors join our program. And like I say, it generates revenue, and that money is going back to help our organization to continue do marketing, and it's helping all the organizations. So, I guess my take-home message is we could form a line and try to engage the seniors community separately, or we can form a circle, a partnership, and engage seniors together. A complete collaboration will help us achieve sustainability. Like I mentioned before, we cannot be the expert in everything. So again, take a look at the symbol of the seniors. That's positive. That's engagement. So, if we have complete collaboration with our partners, this is what we're going to achieve.
One day I was reading our community newspaper and saw an ad for a yoga class that was happening at our community league. Hi, Annie. Guess what I did today? I found out about a seniors activity center in the West End, and I got a membership. No, I don't need a ride here. I've arranged to get a ride with Drive Happiness to go to my appointment next week. No, I can't come by on Tuesday. We're hosting a big event at the center and I'm volunteering. Any chance you're free next week? My friends and I are going to a fun event at the center, then out for coffee. Do you want to join us? I have to tell you a quick story. I bought an iPad yesterday because they showed me how I can sign up online for my classes next week.
This is what we're going to be able to achieve if we do those three terms right: partnership, engagement, and sustainability. And the fact that today I'm wearing this doesn't get your attention. That's my way of engaging you too. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you.